Hey everybody, this is Charlie, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite records to work on and listen to. It's just one of my favorites, and that of course is the classic '78 album Phantoms.
The long-awaited album from Classic 78 Phantoms. Brand new songs of pure rock and roll. Classic 78 Phantoms. Anytime, anywhere.
So we'll take the first song, Show Me Your Love. When I first heard the demo that Tom did, the first song I thought of, or the song that I wanted to model it after, would be I Stole Your Love.
Show Me Your Love obviously has some direct influence from Paul Stanley's 78 solo record, but it also has, a little bit of influence from Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over.
Show Me Your Love is one of those epic high energy songs that Kiss was doing in the 70s, and it's just we knew it was going to be the perfect song to start off the record.
The idea of having an acoustic intro is something that Tom and I discussed early on before we even recorded this.
When we did put the acoustic intro at the beginning of the song, basically Joe had created and recorded all those acoustic guitar parts, and he also sang the lead vocal, doing his best Paul Stanley, but he also sang all the backup vocals on that intro section as well. So he really captured something pretty special there in the classic ways that Kiss used to do in the 70s, whether it was Black Diamond or Tonight You Belong to Me on Paul's 78 album, or I Want You.
I used a 1971 Gibson Dove acoustic, and then I layered it with a Line 6 simulator. So it was a Variax, so it has numerous tones, and that had a Guild 12-string in there, and I used that to kind of overdub with the Gibson Dove. And then on Paul's solo album, there's like this bell xylophone kind of little high triangle noise, but it's actually the 12-string, and I couldn't get that, so I bled in the sound of a triangle.
When Tom sent me a rough mix of it, he had put something on the intro which was kind of like Tonight You Belong to Me. Him and Joe McGinness, the great Joe McGinness, they put this intro on it, and it was so awesome. It was like, it just tied it all together. It was a great opening, and then boom, it goes right into Show Me Your Love.
Powering the momentum on this song is the drumming. If you listen to the work that Charlie's doing on the drum kit, he's going deep into the Peter Criss well and pulling out these kind of chops that Peter would use in order to push and pull things in the right way. So he's doing some great work on the tom-toms to build up the song, and then it kicks into this classic Peter Criss kind of groove where even just hearing the snare drum and the hi-hat, it makes you think that Peter Criss is actually playing on the drums.
There's a shaker in it, kind of like I Stole Your Love. There's the Peter way of playing, it's like, it just had to, I just had to play as if I was Peter Criss. And I know that may sound weird, like how do you do that? But I had to channel it, how Peter would play these songs, and that's how I did it.
Let's listen to this drum track at the beginning, and we can hear what Charlie's doing on the drum kit. It's just another characteristic of Peter's personality that shines.
I love the tempo of it, and I even said to Tom, let's pick it up a little more. It seems like it's dragging a little bit. Let's boost the BPMs on it so it kind of moves more,
I think Charlie did a great job on this particular track. Joe does a great job doing these Paul Stanley type of vocals all over the album, and even on the prior Classic 78 albums. You just get that classic 70s fullness with a lot of attitude and a lot of punch in the right places. And let's listen to the verse here with just Joe singing with the isolated vocals here.
You should know that I'm feeling all the looks that you're stealing. You say you wanna know me, now it's time, come and show me.
Vocals like this, it's a perfect example of what Paul was doing in the 70s with such a powerful voice, a unique voice with a lot of excitement in the right places, and it's Joe doing a great job at trying to showcase that as well. On this track, we ended up doing a split lead guitar part where during the solo, Joe starts the solo in a Paul Stanley type of fashion, and then he hands it off to me halfway through, and I pick it up with an Ace Frehley type of solo. The way that Joe does this, he plays it the way that Paul would play it. He wrote a solo the way Paul would probably write a solo, just these single string notes and these bends that you can hear Paul do on songs like I Stole Your Love and I Want You.
I used, for the first half of the solo of Show Me Your Love, I used a Les Paul Jr.
Let's take a listen to the isolated lead guitar solo where Joe starts it off and I finish it off. When I cut the solo for this song, it's pretty spontaneous, and the fact that it sounded so much like Jimmy Page right out of the gate, I thought was a good thing, because we all recognize the Jimmy Page type of quality to Ace's playing. Sometimes we do these ad-libs or vocal punch-ups, we call them, where maybe towards the end of the song or the second half of the song, we'll do some vocal ad-libs just to kind of take the song to a higher place, or just to punch up the excitement level on the track. Let's listen to these final choruses with Joe's ad-libs.
Anytime, anywhere, show me your love. Do you want me? Show me your love. Come on and tell me, do you care? Show me your love. Whoa, do you need me? Show me your love, and I'll give you my love anytime, anywhere.
It's like Paul Stanley just jumping out of the speakers when you listen to this stuff. It makes me laugh when I hear this, because you can't help but imagine Paul singing these lines into a microphone in the studio when you hear this stuff.
And that was it. That Show Me Your Love came out great, I thought.
The whole thing just turned out great, and probably one of my favorite tracks on the album.
Okay, that's one.